Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Oh, the Illblurmatic.
Welcome back to Illblurmatic. The ill is blurred in the land, and welcome back to another installment. In today's video is going to be about Sam Raimi returning to Marvel and why he's returning for Doctor Strange 2. So let's get right into this. So Sam Raimi is the director of the very first Spider-Man films that came out in the early 2000s that starred Tobey Maguire. And I think the films did really good, but the problem of why Sam Raimi probably didn't do a Spider-Man 4 was due to the massive criticism from the internets, also the critics, and also the fans of Marvel. Spider-Man 3, I think the problem of what we've seen, I think people weren't really feeling like this new persona of like Peter Parker being like emo Peter Parker, or I guess you could say a little bit more edgier Peter Parker. And the thing was, it got the best of them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, personally, I think all three films did extremely well. Let's be honest. I'm not going to act like it didn't. All the Spider-Man movies from Sam Raimi's trilogy, including the second one, they all stood out. They either did 800 in the box office. I think the only one that did like 700 in the box office was Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 3, even though it did 800 plus something in the box office, this movie and the first movie also did 800 plus something in the box office. That is great, honestly, but the problem was there were creative differences. This is why we probably never saw a fourth Spider-Man film with Tobey Maguire, was because at the time he had a falling out with Marvel. And that is quite understandable because maybe he felt the pressure, you know what I'm saying? Felt that the critics didn't like it. The fans of Marvel didn't like it. The internet kind of trying to, tear him up or tear him apart for the movie for being for what it was. And that could take a toll on somebody, especially when they put their heart and soul into it. Let's be honest, Sam Raimi, I like him as a director. Okay, like some of his other stuff I wasn't really familiar with, but Spider-Man was definitely what really kind of got me into him as a director, like just the visual effects and also just like how he puts the villains' backstories into the movie so you could kind of understand their story and not just the superhero's perspective of the story. But I am happy to see that Sam Raimi is back. And honestly, I think it was time for someone else to take over. And the thing is, Sam Raimi is taking over the next Doctor Strange movie that was by Eric Derrison. I gotta say, the first Doctor Strange movie was phenomenal. Okay, visual-wise, insane. You know what I'm saying? Trippy, if you want to call it that. It was really cool. The direction of it. It kind of sucks that Eric Derrison couldn't stay for Marvel due to the creative differences for the next Doctor Strange 2 film. But who's the next best director that you could come up with that could do something visually impressive? It's Sam Raimi. Come on. Like, the guy has done some incredible stuff with the fighting scenes in the Spider-Man films, and Doctor Strange was a great choice. What happened was he got a call from an agent, and they said, yo, Marvel wants you back for the next film, and it was Doctor Strange. What I like about Sam Raimi said, hey, look, he's one of the characters that I do like in the Marvel universe, and I would like to do a sequel for the second film. And he also, one thing I can say, he did appreciate the very first Doctor Strange movie that did extremely well in the box office. I'm not going to sit here and act like it did numbers, okay? When I went to the theaters, it was packed for Doctor Strange. Yes, the first film. I cannot wait to see what this film is going to entail, the story and just the characters and all the entirety. You know what I'm saying? So, that's one of the movies that I'm like, yo, Marvel, come on. Disney, come on. You get what I'm saying? So I'm glad that Sam Raimi's back for this. It seems like, he had to kind of realize, give it another chance. You know what I'm saying? As a director, and I can't wait to see what he's done with Doctor Strange and how, like, the visuals, how crazy it's gonna be. I cannot wait to see what's going to happen. And I'm glad that he took the chance. You know what I'm saying? He took the opportunity. And that's sometimes it's like that. You know what I'm saying? You have chances to do something. And even though, despite the negative criticism from the previous Marvel film he did, the third Spider-Man film, he still was willing to say, you know what? I'm going to give this a go again. We're going to do Doctor Strange 2, the Multiverse of Madness. And I am just delighted. I'm just like, hey, Marvel, thank you for, like, rehiring this man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just like, yo, good choice. But this is your boy, Blurmatic. Are you excited to hear this news that Doctor Strange 2 will be by him, the director of the previous Spider-Man trilogy? Are you just like, nah, get the other guy back, Derek Dickerson? You tell me in the comments. It's your boy, Blurmatic, guys. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting. And if you're new to the channel, what are you waiting for? Okay? Until next time, guys, have a great day. And I'm out.